Don't you love grinding your own coffee? I do too. I love. The best thing in the world is to get your expedited food stamps and go to like Hannaford or Walmart or something. You just go by yourself. If you live by one, you're lucky enough, and just get lost in the aisles, especially on a hot summer night. And if you got your girl with you, it's like you take a couple Xanax and it's heavenly. Walk through an Arctic air-conditioned Hannaford at 3 in the morning with one cashier, taking your time, picking out great shit. You know? When they came out with Hannaford up here in the 90s, it was fucking great. They offered so much shit. Hey, babe, look, we can grind our own coffee. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's grind coffee. At 3 in the morning at Hannaford, let's grind coffee and put it into bags. We can mix and match. You know, we can mix and match the hazelnut with the vanilla with caramel and come up with the perfect concoction. Oh, that was the best shit. We can go look at magazines. We gotta pay cash for those, though. We can go look at the appliances, little speakers, USB shits that were just coming out. I remember being a tiny boy and the fucking... I just remember the tail end of the 80s. I was about 10 or 11 years. I was about, 10 or 11 years old. This is about the first time I smoked pot or took acid when I was about 11. And I remember for years, my friends were all older, and they were complete potheads and acid casualties. It was a different time. It was a great time to be alive. And I remember the vaporizer. I remember my friends sitting around a big Jetson style. It looked like a pressure cooker. Big, about 12 to 14 to 16 inches high, about 24 inches around. You're like, what the fuck is that? That's a vaporizer. And you would put, basically, you would unscrew the top and put a bud in there the size of your fucking forearm. And you'd sit around and toke vaporize. Vape. Before, they made it popular. Hookah. And there was attachments for the vaporizer back then for a hookah hookup. And, there's nothing like an old school industrial vaporizer that you would order in the back of High Times or something that the CIA would send you, pretty much, so they can keep tabs on their drugs and your activity with those drugs and see where you fall in. And I remember, I'm talking about a lot of marijuana. Pillow-sized bags would come through to my friends. Half for them, half to, sell. Just to continue their hobby. And I'll never forget, like, when they started coming out with home coffee grinders. Big ones, like the size of a fucking thermos, a work thermos for an adult. Yeah. With sharp blades in it. You plug it in. And I remember us stuffing fucking buds into the fucking coffee grinder. And my sister just got me this grinder. It's electric USB, little one, tiny. And it's awesome. It's awesome. The way it cuts up the weed is so sticky and it helps you roll a joint and it all falls. And it creates so much fucking keef. That's Mealabot's favorite part is the keef. She scrapes it out, puts it on, smears a little hashy keef on top of the joint, rolls it up for daddy. Blueberry, strawberry, little Mealabot. Nepalese hash girl, Lebanese hash girl. You know what I'm saying? It creates so, and it shot me, my sister, she's awesome, man. I can't believe that. She gave me the best papers and the best grinder I've ever had. And I remember, I'm like, oh shit, that's what we used to do back in the day. And I remember there would be so much yellow keef, or keef, however you say it, wherever you're from, which is just basically hashy resins from the plant. It's that beautiful chalky color shit. And I'm like, in a hand grinder, you don't ever see that. In like a pill grinder kind of thing where there's a screen at the bottom, you can never get keef out of there. But with this shit, I only ground up about 2 ounces, or 2/8, and the button is stuck. It's all sticky. I fucking love that. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a coffee grinder and just shoot buds in it. Full popcorn buds in there. And just grind the shit. Grind it the fuck down. Grind it like deer head. You know what I mean? And when you're done using the grinder, your hands are all sticky. And it's beautiful. The whole house smells like pot. We need, I used to take 8 milligrams of Xanax. I had a rock doc. I had a rock and roll nurse, a rock and roll doctor, a real one for almost 25 years. And I'm used to 8 milligrams of alprazolam a day, which, that's why I tell you I'm a miracle that I'm still alive. You believe in miracles. I believe in miracles because I'm one. Okay, because that sounded kind of corny. Yeah, well, if you lived my life, it sounds kind of tragic. But these days, no. I got too much panic issues. I need to go to bed. What's the modern replacement for I want some shit to sleep. I want some fucking Nebutals, like Marilyn Monroe style. I want some Tuinol. I feel like I have soul cancer. Can't we treat that? That's what I need. I have bad panic issues and need to relax. I want some Placidils. They don't make those anymore. I mean, the pharmaceutical industry is not like it used to be. I want some Placidils. Some hypnotic shit that'll hit you like a fist in the face after 20 minutes. And you go into hypno, cigarette butt eating, garbage, wandering through the garbage in the living room, sleepwalking, starting up the car and pulling it out. You don't even drive in the driveway. That's what I need. And I need my Adderall because I want to play my guitars. I want to get lost in a hobby that isn't waiting for you to leave my internet. Back in the day, there used to be so many fucking seeds in the weed. I used to roll joints on my bed or load bowls, and eventually the seeds would, big tiger stripe seeds would end up in your ass or in your armpit or sometimes between your toes, and they'd start to germinate. Ever since hydroponics came out, you never see a seed anymore. Occasionally with the legal bags of weed, sometimes I caught one or two where you'll see male hermaphrodite seeds or something, and that should not be in there. But don't you miss that? Like taking apart buds, big forest green, sticky buds, and big tiger stripe brown and black seeds would pop out. Remember that? And that's what they used to say. When you're smoking a joint and it starts popping and you smell that smell, would you get a bean? Yeah, dude. You rolled up a fucking, let it burn, dude, and it ruins your joint, and the big seeds burning in the front. Smells like shit. Yeah, weed is different now. And all the people with flavors. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but it's kind of stupid and annoying. What flavor do you want? I got flavors. Do you want this flavor? You want that? I don't want any fucking flavors. Is it sativa or indica? Okay. How was this grown? Inside, outdoors? What's the deal with this? Is this hydroponic? Let me look at it. I'll tell you. I miss true hydroponic bud, grown on rocks in a fucking terrarium. Remember those? It grows like fucking algae. It's a totally revolutionary way to grow weed. You grow it and it grows on the fucking rocks. And your hydro bud was always gray with red hairs. Yeah. And you're like, what is this? Sometimes purple. Because, with the backguanos or whatever vermiculite you were using to grow it, or, you feed the people I used to fuck with, like my friends, they used to grow it in my house and they'd use CO2 cartridges. They would use high sodium based potting soils and extreme lighting. Half the room would be dedicated to hydro, the rest would be shit you'd have in a closet. And yeah, I want some lab grown fucking weed, some seaweed and shit.